Oh yeah, all right. Section 2.6, fractions in simplest form. Okay, I thought it was going to be least common denominator, but it's fractions in simplest form. And that's easy. That's easy. It's going to be the same thing that we were doing yesterday. We won't draw the ladder, but we'll do the same thing, right, David? That's right. Okay. Two fractions are equivalent fractions. That means they're the same. They're equal to each other, equivalent, if they represent the same quantity. And I put this little picture in here. Do you see that this thing, this little rectangle, is divided into 4 parts? And 3 of them are shaded. You agree? So this is 3 out of 4. Okay. Now this one is divided into, it's the same rectangle, but they've divided it into 24 little boxes. Okay? And let's see, 18 of them are shaded. But do you agree the same amount is shaded? Right? Same box, same big box, and the same amount of the box is shaded. That actually means these two fractions are equivalent fractions. What's different between this one and this one? What's different? Raise your hand. What's the difference between those two? Elizabeth. Not what they both are. What's different about them? Eighteen 24ths. It can be, that fraction can be what? 18 24ths. What can I do to this fraction? I can simplify it. I can reduce it. I can't do it to this one, can I? No. So what goes into both of them? Rowan.
6.
All right. So divide the top one by 6 and divide the bottom one by 6. Daniel, what do I get on top now? 3, and what do I get on the bottom? 4. Do you see that this fraction, when I divide them both by 6, turns into this one? Okay? They are equivalent. One is reduced and one was not. Okay? Now, a fraction in simplest form, a fraction is in simplest form if its numerator, that's the number on top, and denominator, that's the number on the bottom, have a greatest common factor of 1. Okay? Do you see that 3 and 4, what is their greatest common factor? What's the biggest number that goes into both of them, Daniel?
1.
Just 1. So it's reduced. But, Hannah, what was the greatest number that goes into 18 and 24? 6. And so I divided them both by their GCF, and that reduced it. Okay? Now we're going to practice that down here. We actually may use the ladder method to reduce it. That may make it easy. Let's take this fraction, A. It's 12 and 18. I'm going to write 12. I'll write 18 here. We're going to find out the biggest number that goes into both of them. Okay? Let's see. Emily, what number goes into 12 and 18? 6 does. 6 times what gives me 12?
2.
And 6 times what gives me 18?
3.
3. Is there anything that goes into 2 and 3? Not other than 1. So what's the greatest common factor of 12 and 18, Emily? 6. So I need to divide the top by 6 and the bottom by 6. And what do I get, Emily? 2/3. Now that fraction's reduced. Okay? Let's see if we can do one more, Bailey, before I have to go on to the next video. All right? Bailey, 28 and 63. Is there anything that goes into both of those? Start with the smallest number and think about what goes into that number. 7 does. 7 times what gives me 28, Bailey? 4. And 7 times what gives me 63? 9. You're awesome. Anything go into 4 and 9? Nope. So what's the GCF?